Have you ever woken up, looked in the mirror, and noticed the vertical lines around your lips suddenly look deeper than they did yesterday? Maybe yesterday concealer covered them fine, but this morning lipstick just settles right into the grooves. Many people assume this is simply aging catching up overnight, but a sudden overnight change like this actually points to something more specific than age alone. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly what that is and whether it is something to worry about. Many of you have probably had a parent or even yourself glance in the mirror one morning and think the lines around the mouth suddenly looked much worse, only to notice days later they were not nearly as dramatic. That gap between what you saw and what was actually happening is exactly what we need to unpack, because real age-related wrinkles and temporary overnight changes are two very different stories. Let us start with the real, structural story. These vertical lines around the mouth form as collagen and elastin, the protein fibers that give skin its structure and bounce-back ability, gradually decline. Research consistently shows collagen production drops by roughly 1 to 1.5% per year starting in early adulthood. That sounds small, but compounded over decades, by your 40s, you have already lost a meaningful amount compared to your 20s. Here is why this area specifically suffers first. The muscle around your mouth, called the orbicularis oris, moves thousands of times daily through talking, eating, drinking, and smiling. Far more repetitive folding than most facial skin experiences. This skin also has fewer oil glands than other facial areas, meaning it naturally holds less moisture and oil. Combine constant movement with thinner natural protection, and this becomes the area where vertical lines typically appear earliest. Studies also show smokers tend to show more pronounced lip lines, likely due to the repeated pursing motion involved in smoking. So here is the real question. Why would this suddenly look worse overnight, when collagen certainly did not collapse in a single night? The actual answer lies in your skin's hydration balance. The outer layer of skin visibly plumps or shrinks depending on water content. Overnight, your body continues losing water through breathing and perspiration. If you did not drink enough water before bed, or ate a particularly salty dinner, elevated sodium levels can pull relative hydration away from the skin. Skin that loses moisture behaves a bit like a dried sponge, making existing grooves look temporarily deeper. Nothing collapsed structurally. Dehydrated skin is simply revealing existing weaknesses more sharply. Sleep position matters too. Side sleeping or pressing your face into a pillow creates repeated pressure on the same area all night, sometimes exaggerating lines temporarily until your skin recovers during the day. Here is a mistake many people make, confusing temporary and progressive wrinkles. A simple check helps if lines noticeably soften after rehydrating and a day or two passes. That points to temporary dehydration. If lines remain unchanged or worsen, despite proper hydration over time, that reflects genuine collagen and elastin decline. For temporary lines, manage evening hydration. Drink a glass of water 2 to 3 hours before bed. Moderate salty dinner foods, and apply moisturizer generously around the mouth before sleep, since this area needs extra protection. For the deeper, progressive story, some studies show collagen supplements produce modest improvements in wrinkle appearance after 8 to 12 weeks, though results vary considerably between individuals. Vitamin C, essential for collagen synthesis, found in citrus, bell peppers, and broccoli, supports this process nutritionally. Daily sun protection matters enormously too, since research shows UV exposure activates enzymes that break down existing collagen. One safety note: if wrinkles appear suddenly on only one side of the face, alongside numbness or muscle weakness, this may signal a neurological issue rather than simple skin aging, and requires prompt medical evaluation. Try this over a week. Days 1 and 2, reduce evening sodium and drink water 2 hours before bed. Days 3 and 4, add moisturizer around the mouth nightly. Days 5 and 6, add vitamin C-rich foods and daily sunscreen. Day 7, check your mirror and notice the difference. That overnight deepening was likely dehydration, not collapse, but the underlying aging process is real and worth addressing gradually. It is never too late to start. If this was helpful, Please subscribe for more evidence-based skin health content.